Do stages of marriage help couples grow?
Mm,
What are some requirements for growth?
okay.
As a couple, do you reflect on your marriage?
Ooh,
And are you intentional in your marriage growth?
wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
we got some tough questions today.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast. I am Kenny.
I'm Kenya.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure you were going to jump in.
I'm jumping in.
Okay.
I got it today.
All right. Listen, we are so glad that you joined us today. Well, thank you so much. If you listen on Envision Radio at 4 p.m. on Thursdays.
That's correct.
4 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays and 3 p.m. Central Time. Or if you're checking us out on wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, anywhere you get it. iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We want to thank you and shout out to whoever might have referred you.
Yes.
So
thank them.
Yes, because you got the best podcast ever.
Yes.
And so, and listen, share with whoever. Everybody. Your mom and them, right?
Neighbors, family, friends.
Yeah.
Yes, church members.
That's right.
Everybody.
Yeah. So, listen, you can check us out at our website at marriagebelike.com.
Also where you can see all of our podcasts.
That's right. Right. So you can get more podcast episodes. Go back. This is our second year, Kenya. And, we're already almost
midway. No. We're looking square in the face.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's funny how time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, we're having fun. Yes.
Okay. All right. I was trying to be slick. So anyway, what else, babe?
Like, share, subscribe. Everywhere
subscribe.
You find us. Make sure that you are tuned into us so that you never miss an episode.
Yeah. So, in some of our past episodes, we talk about the 5 love languages, the 5-5-5 rule, and remember the 777 principle? Was it 777?
Yes.
Right. And so I want you to go back and check that out. The 777 principle. I don't call it rule, right? But I think it supports what we are talking about, what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Right? This week's episode is Growing Together in Marriage, part 2. My poor attempt at French. So, but Growing Together in Marriage, part 2. So, and we talked about the 6 stages of marriage.
Yes.
A couple episodes ago.
And this is just kind of a piggyback on that.
Yeah. So
that was 2 episodes as well.
Yeah, that sure was.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode, we're going to probably kind of lean in a little bit into the 6 stages as we talk about growing together in marriage.
Correct.
Yeah. So
you ready to dive in? Sometimes we have guests on.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we will have the Lesters. We will introduce you all to the Lester family.
Yes.
They'll be coming on soon. And so, yes, you want to make sure that you stay tuned and, of course, keep up with all of our episodes.
That's right. Now, you have something special coming up here real quick.
I do. And if you notice, we're back in our studio.
Yeah.
Our gray background is back. We're back in the studio. And we have been recording on the Emerald Nook.
Right.
In the Emerald Nook. So the Emerald Nook is an events center, an intimate event center, also owned by us.
Yeah.
And it's next door to our studio. So we've been recording over there for the last couple of weeks. And because of that, well, I guess I'll just say that I have a event coming up on Sunday honoring our mothers. It's going to be a Mother's Day panel.
Yeah.
So it's going to be sponsored by the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Yes.
And it's going to be a live audience podcast.
Yeah.
So we've got a mother's panel. We've got a grandmother on there, single mother, and married.
Yeah.
So one's engaged. So we've got a little bit of everybody on there.
And she kicked me out.
I kicked all the men out. Well, no, I didn't kick you out. You can do the camera.
Okay.
So that's what's happening. That will be on Sunday. That's at 3 o'clock. So May the 3rd at 3 o'clock. If you are in Huntsville, Alabama, make sure that you reserve your space.
Yes.
We are asking for a reservation so that we know how many will be showing up.
That's right.
And you can reserve your space at 256-812-5627, or you can email the Emerald Nook, theemeraldnook1@gmail.com.
All right. All right. I'm excited about it.
That's the announcements.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that. All right, let's dig on in on growing together.
Growing together.
In marriage.
Yes. Okay. So here's some of the questions.
Okay.
Oh, and part 2.
Oh, yeah, part 2.
Here's some of the questions. Do stages of marriage help couples grow? What are some requirements for growth?
Okay.
As a couple, do you reflect on your marriage?
Ooh.
And are you intentional in your marriage growth?
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got some tough questions today.
Yeah.
And some of these we'll answer and we'll have you answer. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure that you all get in the chat and make sure that you answer the questions.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So, do stages of marriage help couples grow?
Wow. So again, you'd have to go back to what the stages are, right?
So let's take newlyweds versus long term.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
All right. So if you are newlywed and you, let's say I got married, what was it, 24? I think I was 24.
Maybe. Yes, that sounds
okay,
right.
so who I was at 24 is not who I am at 52.
Right.
So does our marriage grow as we grow?
I mean, listen, I think that as we are married, right? At the time that time grows us.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
Life lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what affects one affects the other.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then, I mean, the number of times that you get on my nerves builds up my patience.
I must be going to Jesus in the kingdom when he comes, because my patience is going to be perfect.
Wow. Shots thrown.
Shots thrown. Yes, sir. So what about like the parenting years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, now parenting, right? And I'm sure we can discuss this on a parenting episode, but parenting helps you see more and more about yourself.
Yes.
Because your children have a way of pulling things out of you.
They do.
You know?
Because they're a little bit of you, but also a little bit of your spouse.
Yeah.
So they know how to get up under your skin. They know you better than you know you.
And then here's the other part of that, right? I mean,
That's what I used to tell my mama.
If you thought that you were a patient individual.
Yeah, the kids will show you if you are or not.
Yeah. they'll show you whether or not you've got anger issues, if yeah.
Yeah, just because they're kids, and they just don't have enough life experience to have any couth. Sometimes, kids say whatever they say, whatever's in their head, it just comes right out because they don't know any better to control how they say it or what they say.
I get lost in some of these videos of the little children saying things, you know what I'm saying? And their perspective on life is really, really interesting. So, yeah, no, I mean, a child, brutally honest, right? And yeah, so you better be prepared. Be prepared. Sorry.
Yeah, so then what about and also in parenting years. Now, I want to also say that parenting years can be from start to finish, particularly if you're in a blended family.
Okay, yeah.
So even the newlywed years might feel a little different because you're already in the parenting stage.
Ah, got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that growth can't happen.
So you're saying then that if I have children from a previous marriage, right, and we're coming in together in a new marriage, then parenting for you, may have started right then.
That is correct.
Yeah. So then that's a whole
if
nother.
we both have kids going into the marriage, I mean, any kind of blended family would change things simply because now that child has a new parent. In a sense, right? Wow. And then also you are trying to work out being a couple while raising children. And living together under one roof.
Another challenge is for the parent of that child um, will undoubtedly see another side of that child as a result of a new marriage.
True,
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Hey, I
Who
got a
they
stepmama
saw
now
right, who they saw playing at Chuck E. Cheese on date night is very different from who they gonna see at bedtime
at home every night.
at home.
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah, there are lots and lots of variables of how you how your marriage is.
yeah,
And then marriage can also be, everyone's marriage is different, I'll put it that way.
yeah,
So, growing in marriage also means you will grow differently. No
yeah.
one grows the same.
Right.
No two marriages are the same.
Yeah.
And so the growth and how you get to stage 1 to stage 2 or stage 5 to stage 3 is gonna be different
Yes.
based on you because you're different people.
Right. Yeah. And I guess, to kind of elaborate on that point, just like our growth process, our speed of growth is different,
Yes.
then so also is our our ability to navigate through the stages.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
What about career changes?
Oh yeah.
A career shift could mean that I work out of town now.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Or, it could mean that, you may not be as home as often.
mm-hmm.
The schedule can change. Maybe you work on a whole different shift now,
Yeah.
with a career change. And so there can be lots of variables, but having to grow through those phases and even through those changes
Mm-hmm.
is one that is intentional,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? You pray that you can survive to get to the empty nester
Oh,
stage, right?
yes.
you know,
Yes, yes.
and I think some of us are really excited about that, right? The
Right.
empty nester, because that means now I ain't got other folk in my hair.
Okay, so next question. Does that mean that you don't grow once you're an empty nester?
Oh no, 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 no. I don't. I think a lot. There's a lot more growth that takes place as an empty nester because
Agreed.
now you are in each other's face all the
Yes,
time.
it's just you 2 in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Yes,
Almost like
agreed.
for those of us who were locked up in the house during COVID,
Yes,
that it's kind of that same thing.
right.
I mean, you may
And
be
many
working and
couples
things like
didn't
that.
survive during COVID.
Oh yeah.
Many couples didn't survive. That was a rough time. But yes, when you're empty nesters, the house is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of just you and your spouse,
Yeah.
and then you don't want to be looking at each other like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
That's not what you wanna do. You wanna be able to grow in each stage and be ready for the next, be ready for the empty nester stage because it's a happy time.
Yeah.
I didn't know until they were gone. I was like, "Whew."
Yeah.
Well, once I got over the fact that they were gone,
Yeah.
then I was like, "Ooh, I'm so happy. It's nice."
Yeah. Well, things changed for me too because now I have to start taking out the trash,
Yeah.
cutting the yard.
This is true.
Had to help
Yeah.
washing dishes. And I've already I told y'all I don't like washing dishes.
Nobody likes washing dishes. I
So
don't either. You act like I do. I just do them because they have to be done, but no
well,
one likes it.
whatever. I just you know that's what happened to me. So then there was some
Yeah.
growth I had to quickly
Yeah.
experience as an empty nester. So anyway,
Yeah, but I really enjoy the empty nester stage though.
yeah.
Even though our sons are back home, it's like we're empty nesters because they're
Oh yeah.
they live their own lives.
Yeah. Their schedule is
Yeah.
different.
We're hardly at home together.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So hey.
Okay, so normalizing the growth looks different in each stage.
Mm-hmm.
So going from one stage to the next, let's say for instance, you are in the newlywed stage going into the next stage. And the question is, can you take that move with ease?
Oh yeah. How does that affect
Yes.
your yeah, your growth? How do you respond to that?
Right. Because what tends to happen is you respond in shock.
Yeah. I mean, growth. Honestly, growth is never easy,
Yeah,
right? Because now you have to change your behaviors, your thought
correct.
processes. So a lot of that is difficult. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but most growth, I think, I believe most
Yes,
growth
any kind
is
of growth is
tough.
gonna be tough
Yeah.
because it is taking you out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
because you're growing.
Mhm.
It puts a little bit of anxiety and fear too, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But also being able to communicate through that time and tell your spouse how you're feeling through that process.
Mm.
Because, the least you communicate, the longer that process will be.
Yeah.
And that's the honest truth. Going from the honeymoon to the reality stage, and I'm just gonna run off the stages very quickly. Honeymoon romance stage. The next stage is reality and expectation stage. The following one is power struggle, anger stage. The next one is stability and reconciliation stage. The next one is commitment and acceptance stage. And then the last one is co-creation and legacy stage. So you can be an empty nester through pretty much any one of those stages, depending upon when you get married in life.
Right. Right.
You can also be a parent in any one of those stages, depending upon when you get married in life. Those stages don't necessarily have to come in the order that I said it or in the order that is listed,
Right.
according to the psychologists and counselors. But you do tend to hit all of the stages if you're a long-term
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah. So the question is, what lessons do you learn through those stages? How
Right.
do you grow and how do you respond to that? Right?
'Cause you want one stage to be better than the next,
Yeah.
and even how you get to that stage,
Mhm.
you want it to be better than the
Yeah.
last.
Yeah. And what impact here's you know what? It's a good question. What impact does your growth have on
Yes.
our marriage, right?
Yes, and we talked a little bit about that with the last episode, because your personal growth impact directly
Yeah.
impacts your marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
what we talked about, you finding your voice and setting boundaries and
Yes.
yeah, that was an adjustment for me.
That was definitely it was an adjustment for me because I had to remind myself to, "Hey, you found your voice, go ahead and speak."
Yeah.
Because I wasn't used to doing that, at least not giving my opinion for that matter.
Yeah.
I was assertive, particularly when it came to my husband, my children, because I'm a total mama bear. But when it came to me, I was quiet.
Yeah. You know and this is probably going to sound rough, but I had to adjust to now you were a little more naggy for lack of a better term.
Well, I realized I was louder. That's for sure.
Yeah.
My son told me, "You so loud."
Oh wow.
Here's the thing, I'm not even offended by that. It's okay. Make the adjustment now that you know that I'm loud, and here it goes. Go on and make the adjustment. I'm okay with it. And I just told him, you just have to, it's something you have to get used to because now I understand and I'm voicing how I feel about things.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So then
yeah,
you might have a little bit of up under that,
yeah.
you know. And it just is what it is. I know I'm loud when I laugh, so
Oh, you are loud when you laugh. No
I
doubt.
don't always find how to do that in other areas. It just happens.
Right, right.
But yes, I know that I'm loud when I'm laugh.
Yeah,
So when my son told me that, look, just get used to it. This is the new me.
yeah.
I found my voice and I'm not holding back anymore. Okay, so what does growth require?
Ooh. Uh, what does growth require?
Honesty.
Yes.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
It requires honesty. From a personal standpoint, it requires honesty to speak and vulnerability to speak to each other about particular topics.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm feeling lonely, even let's say, because we're going from one stage to the next and we're not adjusting well,
Mm-hmm.
um, then being able to voice that and tell my spouse, "Hey, I'm feeling lonely. I know we're in a marriage, but let's not act like you don't get lonely in marriages."
Right.
It can very easily happen if you're not intentional about communication. So, um, just being able to voice that and be honest about it And then when you're talking to your spouse, go ahead and give the vulnerability. Go ahead and give the why you feel like you are lonely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that the conversation, even if people give the punchline, the conversation still needs to be had.
Right, right. Yeah, because we have to discuss that,
Correct.
how you get to that point.
Correct.
Show your work. You remember in
Yes.
school, right? You can get the answer, but show your work.
Right.
I think,
Make sure you don't go there again. That's how you
yeah,
know.
I think another thing that that growth requires is a self-awareness.
Yeah, yes.
And I think self-awareness will even come before honesty, because I
This
can
is
be
true.
self-aware but still lie to you about who I am.
This is true.
You know?
But in order to be honest, I have to be self-aware.
Yeah,
I have to know what it is and admit to it.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah. So I
Mhm.
think self-awareness,
Humility.
yes, that the ability to take, wow, I hate the term constructive criticism
But
because it says
yes.
criticism, right?
Yes.
Um, but to help build each other up, we have to be willing to hear and give, um, I guess, correction,
Yes. And this is where
or
the
guidance.
555 comes in.
Yeah, the 555. So
Mhm.
go back and check that out.
I talk 5 minutes and get off my chest what I need
I
while he's
listened for
listening.
5 minutes. Yep.
Yes. And then vice versa. And
Hmm.
then you can go back and watch that episode to see what else happens.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But yes, growth requires change.
Yeah. Or I mean, at least evidence of it, right?
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, it's the complete change, because are you growing if you never actually change?
That I
You can't
remember,
just stay stagnant and call it growth.
right. I remember, um, when I was much younger, but I had determined that learning,
Mhm.
right? Learning is actually, I said learning is like a verb, right? Because until I can actually see evidence that your behavior has changed, then I can't say that you actually learned something.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, learning is a verb, right? Because it's a processing of new information.
Mhm.
But unless you have demonstrated or manifest what you have learned, can I really say that you learned anything?
I don't know.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know that you can, but that's exactly why they have tests in school,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they wanna see what you've learned. You can call out the answer in class, but
yeah.
it don't mean it's gonna stick by the end of the semester.
Yeah. And that's the reason why the math teacher would always say, show your work,
Show your
because
work.
you may not have learned the process. You had your own way of coming up with the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
It
That's
did.
because you could do it in your head. I had to show my work because that was the only way I was gonna get through that problem. I needed to see it and the teacher.
Yeah. I mean, I had the hardest time with that. Like, come on now. Why do I have to do this? But, you
Oh
know,
my goodness, yes, and, but going back to being married and showing your work,
yeah.
if you say that you will come home more often after work, I won't stay late after work, I won't work overtime, I'm gonna come on home after work. Okay, well, now that you've heard me be honest about it, now that you've heard me tell you this is what I want you to do, you actually have to do it, and that's what you mean by show your work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's just one example. There could be many, many examples.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanna go into our segment? You think we
Sure.
talked about that section thoroughly?
Yeah. 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 Our segment. So, our segments, if this is your first time, segments in our games, just an opportunity to spark up some communication and learn a little bit about each other. And we have a little bit of fun each time we do it. This time is what made me smile,
Yes.
or laugh.
Yes, while you're
Okay.
frowning.
While I'm flying.
Say it with a smile, babe.
You know,
Nope, go on back, read it, and say it right. Say it with a smile for those who are watching on YouTube.
I mean, okay. Smiling. I'm smiling.
Yes.
What made me smile or laugh this week?
There we go, much better.
Yeah. You didn't. You didn't sense the sarcasm and
It's okay. I saw the smile.
okay, as fake as it was. Anyway,
It might have been fake, but I didn't feel like the first one was real either. So I don't know which one was best.
okay. Anyway, so tell us your thoughts. You can send us an email, post on the social media, but you can share with us what made you smile. So
Yes.
we're going to share what made us smile. You want to go first?
You don't want to go first?
No, because I just introduced the segment. So
Okay, fine. I'll go first. So what made me smile just recently, it wasn't necessarily this week,
okay.
but when I'm going back to our event on Sunday, May 33 o'clock at the Emerald Nook. So what made me smile was when I asked those who were on the panel, they were so excited. There was no hesitation.
Oh wow.
So they were just happy to do it. And I really thought I was gonna have to do a little begging, but I didn't have to.
Okay.
And some I had to send through text message because they were at work.
Mm,
And they text right back, sure. And I was like, yes.
okay.
I was pretty excited because I didn't know what their answers would be. I didn't think that it would be a quick yes.
Okay.
That was the honest truth. So yes, that's what made me smile this week.
Okay. All
Happy
right.
that I got a panel.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna, I guess I'm gonna be unoriginal.
Okay.
Because what made me smile is actually the event as well.
Oh, okay.
The fact that you wanted to do it.
Oh.
You know. Now, listen, people. This is, you know, Kenya. She is comfortable doing the podcast as we are recording it, right? But we were actually she was actually challenged by
Yeah.
Miss
I
Missy
was gonna say
Stokes.
that.
You know,
Thank
she's
you, Missy.
yeah, she is the first lady of the New Life Seventh Day Adventist Worship Center here in Huntsville, Alabama.
That is
And
correct. She is our first lady.
yes, and she said that Kenya should take this show live. And
She
so
said it right here on the podcast,
she did.
actually, when
She
her
did.
and her husband, Pastor Nelson Stokes,
Yes.
were here together.
Yeah. So, and I've been wanting to get Kenya to do this. So,
We talked about it immediately after.
yeah, we did.
And then I was like, yeah, it's going to be a long time.
Yeah. But eventually, people, we will be live. And, but as of right now, we're just going to have a live studio audience.
Yes, yes. I
So-
mean, look, that's live enough.
That's a step. That's growth, babe.
Yes, it is. And then I'll go ahead and shout out Miss Liz
Oh, yeah.
Cannon.
Yeah.
Because what I did was I put both their ideas together.
Oh,
because Liz asked for a Mother's Day panel.
Ah, okay.
So since Missy asked for a live
Mm-hmm.
and Liz asked for a Mother's Day panel, put them together. There you have it.
Okay. All right. Well,
So thank y'all
yeah.
for pushing me to my limits.
Of course, I suffer because
You gonna be working.
again, I got kicked off the
That's okay.
podcast.
That's all right. It's a Mother's Day special. It's all right. You can you can do the food. How about that?
Yeah. I will say it 3-4 more times before this episode is over.
Mhm.
How you kicked me off
It's
the
okay.
podcast.
It's all right. It is okay. So thank you all for listening to that portion. We're finished with our segment. Let's go
Yeah.
back to our topic.
Okay, good.
All right. So real talk,
Yes.
personal reflection. Are you ready for this, babe?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So share a moment of disconnection and then reconnection. You have an example?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you used it as an example earlier, but I mean, I did personally experience that where, I've been working so much,
Yes.
and one of the things that I have not learned how to do is tell people, no, I can't. I just one of my weaknesses I recognize, and this is that self-awareness thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say no. I say yes to everything, and if there's 30 seconds in a day, I'll try to fill it. And the problem is that I fill up my days and leave crumbs for you. right?
Correct.
And so
I'm sorry. You used to.
I used to, right? So and that's the thing. So we were disconnected because I was never home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm scaling back on a lot of things, and I've actually learned how to tell somebody no. And it took me, in the text
Feels
message,
pretty good, don't it?
yeah, yeah. And I said, man, I just told somebody no.
Yeah.
It took me
Yeah.
10 minutes to type up a text, and I tried to make it sound all great and elaborate,
Mm-hmm.
but that's I believe that has directed us in a position of reconnection,
Yes.
simply because now we have more time to spend together, even if it means just being at the house,
That's true.
sitting next to each other on the couch, you know, it, whatever it takes,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
be in your presence, babe.
That is correct, babe. You should always want to be in my presence. I don't get no's. That's how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so mine, I'm actually gonna reach back
Okay.
to a time where we just were not getting along.
Okay.
Let me see. I wanna hmm. I don't remember what stage we were in, but for the first 10 years of our marriage, folks, we struggled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Generally, people will say, oh, the first 5, maybe the first 7. It took us 10,
Yeah.
5 and 10. And during that time, much of that time, not much, there was a portion that I was homeschooling in that time period. And on the summers, I would send our kids to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm going with this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would send my kids to the parents' house because they didn't live here with us. Our parents are in Kentucky, we're in Huntsville, Alabama. So, hey, the kids go with the grandparents for the
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
All right.
Give
And I
us a
was
chance to.
homeschooling. Yes. Well, my dad is an experienced homeschooler. So I asked him to homeschool the boys once the fall hit because they couldn't come back because me and Kenny were not getting along. I was like, you know what? We just need our time to work through some things.
Yeah.
And can you just keep them a little bit longer? And so they stayed for the summer. They stayed for all of August
Right.
and the beginning of September. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe I was in shock because I just, but
They
anyway.
just didn't come back. And I just kept talking to my parents. Yeah, look, we still trying to work things out. And really, we lost much of the summer
Yeah.
because we were doing a lot of work, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that time, we were in corporate America. So we were just working all the time.
Right.
And I really think that that was the problem because I was working a lot of overtime. So was he.
Mm-hmm.
His was also traveling.
Yeah.
So we just lost ourselves in the marriage.
Yeah.
And I was homeschooling too. So it was, I don't know. It was a lot going on. But when they came back is about when we reconciled.
Yeah.
It took us that time period to get through and just really work through some things. And it when we got going, we talked about one thing, we talked about 2 things, we talked about 3 things. Turns out we had issues with all them things.
Oh yeah.
It was just
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving you, but you can't sleep in this room.
Uh,
It was pretty bad. So to reconcile took a lot of work, and it took a lot of, particularly for someone who didn't have their voice yet.
mm-hmm.
I was decently quiet when it came to my opinions and my thoughts, particularly about me. So then I would hold things
Oh
and not
yeah.
say them
Oh yeah.
until
Until it couldn't be held anymore.
explosive.
Couldn't hold it no more.
And so that was one of the reasons when I learned, because you told me that. And I was like, do I do that? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that I did that.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So I think that was the first time you actually told me that. And but to have the boys out of the house and my nephew, because I was
Oh yeah.
homeschooling everybody,
Yeah. Yeah.
to have them out of the house to give us that space so that we could have dates, so that we could have moments to talk, so that we could enjoy being married
Yeah.
and reconnect again.
Mm-hmm.
was really awesome. I really thank my parents for being able to do that. Thankfully, my dad was retired, and he was totally happy to
Yeah,
homeschool his
his
grandboys. That was
grandboys.
the
Yeah.
joy of his life.
And I want to share
But our
this.
reconnection was really great, so that
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah. I want to share this because to your point about how great that reconnection was, oftentimes marriages fail at the disconnection,
Yes,
right?
it's hard to reconnect.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. And so what I want to encourage everyone is, hey, when there is disconnection, it does not mean that it's catastrophic failure.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's over.
Yeah.
It
So I
doesn't have
mean,
to be.
yeah. And because we know because we know that there can be reconnection, let's get excited about what that means.
Yeah.
What that means for us. And I mean, when we reconnected, yeah, that felt new again,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And so yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity for us to really look at it. And it can be tough now. It's I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah, it was emotionally tough.
yeah.
It really was.
We're angry with each other.
Yes.
We're fussing at each other. But
I probably never cleaned so much in my life, but I needed to clean to get that energy off of me
mm,
because I was angry.
yeah,
I was frustrated just because of the things that we had been not only going through, but saying to each other.
right.
We would say stupid stuff to each other in passing,
Yeah,
and it's just like, what? And then we wouldn't talk for much of the day.
yeah,
So those were times that were hard.
yeah.
But we were at that time, actually, I want to say we were going from one stage to another. Do you remember what stage that might have been, babe?
I mean, it probably was the conflict, the power struggle right
That's
there.
exactly what it was.
I mean, that just
Yes.
that just that describes it to a T.
It was our power struggle time period and
Yeah,
then going into our stability time period. We had to work out those kinks
yeah,
and work out what I wanted in our marriage, what you wanted in our marriage, and how we would get both or all of those things
yeah,
and create our marriage for ourselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So so um that kind of leads us into the next question,
Yep.
right? How reflective are we in our marriage? Right? Do we go back and ask ourselves, where are we in our marriage? Um, where how have we grown, and do we expect, or do we see areas of improvement?
Yeah.
Almost like a litmus test for where we are, you know, or for those who are accountants, our financial statement of marriage, right? Maybe not a financial statement, but a wellness check,
Yes.
of our marriage, a health check of our marriage. Um, so, and I believe that's something that should be done regularly.
Yes. Yes. It should be done regularly. And I dare say pick time periods. If you know it's been 2 months and y'all haven't talked to each other, about your marriage, it's probably time.
Hmm.
It's probably time because when you don't do that, that's how you disconnect.
Yeah,
That's how you lose accidentally, even if you don't mean to.
yeah.
Life just can get in the way.
In the way,
So
in
you
the way.
have to be intentional. If you have to put it on your calendar and schedule a longer date for that night,
Yeah,
then so be it.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
what you got to do, but you
yeah,
have to stay connected to your spouse.
yeah.
Yeah. So then being able to do that, not only reflecting on your marriage, but reflecting on you personally, reflecting on how you've changed, what you're doing differently lately, and if those are good things and if they are prosperous for the marriage.
Right.
I know here lately I have been doing meditation.
Okay.
Just because I feel like sometimes I can get stressed out and I don't want to be in that state. I don't want to be or feel like that.
Yeah.
So then taking moments um and scheduling in time to make sure that I meditate
Okay.
of completely separate from my personal time with God. But, sometimes I have to get into it today. And then now, mind you, this is a new thing for me.
Okay.
But I do feel calmer. I can say that. Just being able to try to clear my head and keyword try.
Okay.
But reflecting on the goodness of God, reflecting on what I have accomplished in that day, reflecting on good things in my life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Reflecting on what positivity I have given out and trying to make sure that I continue to do those things, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um, and just taking a moment and putting other things aside so that I can have just some peace and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I get that. I'm glad that that's something that you do, right?
Hmm.
I don't know. My process may be a little different because I tend to I do think a lot when I'm working.
Yes.
You know, and so I'm not sure that it's not a meditation type of thing for me. It's just I'm working, and while I'm doing certain things, I can actually process a lot of information, my
That's me
feelings.
when I'm shopping. So I
Okay.
like to shop by myself.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm making money. You're not. You're
I
spending
know I'm
money.
spending
So
it. Process is still the same. That's what I'm saying. That's my
what?
point.
No, 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 no. It you did that is not equal because money comes in when I do my
I'm just
process.
telling you my process is the same when I'm doing that.
Okay, whatever. Because I mean, anyway,
But that's why I love to shop. And I get why you love to be active because
yeah,
it helps you process things.
yeah,
I get that.
yeah. So anyway, but that's how I go through that, and so when it comes down to self reflecting and looking at what I want for us,
Yeah.
where we are, and processing through my perspective. That's how I handle it. That's how I do it. And um, so when I'm working, babe, it's not like I'm just gone to be gone.
Yeah.
I go so I can
You
think.
just bring your behind home. That's all I'm saying. You can think on your way home in the car.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so wait, did we answer all those questions there?
Let's see. Do reflect
Yeah.
on personally or for improvements? Yeah.
I think we're going to our next segment.
Okay.
Listener engagement.
Okay.
Okay, so remember earlier in the podcast we talked about having you all answer some of the questions.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you have opportunities to do so on our social media. Tell them where they can find us, babe.
Oh, everywhere. I mean, yeah, we're
And
on Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube.
YouTube.
And if you don't want to post it there for everyone to see, you can also email us.
Yes.
Okay.
At Kenny and
Kenya.
at marriagebelike.com.
So make sure that you do that. We're going to challenge you all. We're challenging our
Yes.
listeners.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us your personal story via email.
Mm-hmm.
Do you or your partner journal?
Okay.
Do y'all play together?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the things.
We used to play games. We used to play tennis together.
We talked about tennis, but we also used to do board games, family board games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We've done puzzles together.
Yes, we have.
What are some of the things
I'm
we
better
do
at it.
together? You're better at tennis? Is that what you're reading?
Puzzles,
I was definitely better at the puzzle.
board
Absolutely
games.
not. Depend upon the game.
Yeah,
Depend upon the game, I'll give you board
I'm
games.
better at everything.
That is not true. That is not true. Besides, I'm way more competitive, so you can't be better because I'm going to beat you because I'm competitive.
No, I turn into a different person when
Not
I really
true.
get into. That's because you won't
Not
come to the
true.
basketball court when I'm out there. Like
Yeah, I'm not gonna play basketball.
I am obnoxious on the
You might
basketball
be,
court.
but I said we. That's not one of the things that we
Well,
did or
but my
do.
point is,
That's not the same point because
I'm
that's
not going to
not
give
what
you.
we did.
I'm not going to give you that obnoxious
You're better at
person.
scramble. I'm just gonna cut you off. You're better at scramble than I am. I'll give you
I don't
one.
even like the
Oh,
game of
sorry.
Scrabble.
Scramble and tennis, but those are some of the two things that I remember that you were like landslide beat me at.
Okay.
I don't like scrambled either.
You only gonna give me 2. That's okay.
That's all. That's all I remember.
Move on. This ain't
I
about
beat you at everything else.
you and I. It's about
It's
the
not. So
listeners.
you shouldn't have even gone there. Okay, so do you all play together? Do you all journal together? Some of the other, those are just 2 examples that I thought of to be able to spend time together.
Yeah.
But also planning for the future.
Yeah.
Taking out that time to be able to plan for the future. What do you want to do in 5 years? Have y'all talked about it? What do you want to do in 10? What does 15 look like?
Yeah.
You know, what will happen when your kids are out of school? And I don't know. You know, what about, have you outgrown that house? Is it time to find a new house, or will you buy one in 6 years?
Yeah.
The questions are many.
Yeah. Now, listen, we're not asking just so we can be nosy, right? The
No.
idea is so that we can share and help somebody else who may see the same thing that you have seen.
Yes. And really, you can be as vague as you want.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can just say, yes, we sit and plan.
Yeah.
We just want engagement.
Right. Right.
Yes, we've planned for the next 5 years, and I'm good with that. You know, it doesn't have to be details.
Yeah.
But just to know that you all are engaging with us and that you all are listening and getting the point.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So no matter what stage you're in, you want to be able to plan for the future.
Right.
Plan even for the next stage. Plan to communicate now so that you'll be good for the next
For
stage.
the next stage. So make sure you go back and check out the 6 stages of marriage.
Yes. But in growing together in marriage is what this one is about. So the whole point here is to make sure that you do grow together.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So back to topic.
All right.
Are you intentional in your marriage growth?
Wow. You know, I think that the majority, I mean, and I'm talking a large majority, and I will include myself, we oftentimes we are just living, trying to enjoy what we have. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, to be intentional about growth, sometimes it seems like it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, because you're thinking, do I want to grow?
Yeah.
That's not
You know,
necessarily.
how is this fun, right? You know,
It's not necessarily what we're meaning, but yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I really think that people do that.
Yeah, but
Right?
it's being intentional about making your marriage work together and growing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I mean, it's clear that you know, if you look at statistics, and I'm not going to try to quote any numbers, but the number of failed marriages is clearly an indication that not enough of us are intentional about our growth.
That's true, which
You
is
know?
one of the reasons why we started this podcast. But I tell you, the good thing about it is the numbers are slowly getting better.
Okay.
I will say that.
Oh, you doing some work? No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been reading, but yes, the numbers are slowly getting better. Within the last, I think the last one that I saw is at the last 12 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that's better is better.
Yeah.
Even if it's a slow growth, that marriages are staying together longer.
Yeah.
So our goal is that you stay together for a long period of time, happily married.
Yeah.
Happily growing together.
Right.
Not just being married, not
Right.
just being roommates and you have a marriage certificate. That's not what our goal is here.
Right.
Our goal is that you are happily married, you love your spouse, you like your spouse,
Right.
and you are friends with your spouse.
Right. Right.
That's our goal here. So being intentional, small, consistent efforts
Yes. Yeah.
are needed.
You know, there's a saying, and it makes no sense. I mean, I get the point, right? But you ever hear somebody say you can't eat an elephant all at the same time, just one small bite at a time? And I'm like, who's eating an elephant?
I've never heard that.
Yeah, okay.
I was frowning just hearing it.
I mean, because it is
Never
crazy.
heard that.
I mean, I've had somebody come to me and tell me that, you know, they were trying to help in a particular situation, and that's how they said it. A little bit You know,
Maybe I just didn't get it. Explain it.
well, it's small, consistent efforts. I mean, when you talk about
Oh,
if you small wins on a consistent basis help
okay.
you win the war, right? There's so many small battles,
Okay.
you win the war.
I get that. Now
So
I've heard that one.
yeah, but I
Maybe
mean,
the elephant threw me off.
well, I mean, that's why I brought it up because it was like this is the most outrageous statement, you know.
You're
And I
right.
was talking to somebody the other
At least
day.
it does have a good meaning.
I was, talking about outrageous statements like, "There's more than one way to skin a cat." Who's skinning a cat?
Right. I don't know. I hate that saying. I mean, and
Okay,
I
so you
get
heard
that
that one before
yes,
too,
I've heard that one before. And I get that there were metaphors, but I just give it to me straight.
I
I don't
mean,
need the grossness of it all.
right? I
I
don't
don't need to put
understand who is
animals
doing that.
in the analogy.
Who is doing that, and why?
Mm.
And
And cats without skin are yucky.
well, without the fur, right? The
Yeah,
cats that have
without the
no
fur.
fur.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already thrown off and sidetracked. I would have never gotten your point because you didn't threw me off.
Sorry. I mean, all right. So small, consistent efforts, right? A
Right.
little bit at a time on a consistent
Correct.
basis will get you to that goal. And then
Correct.
but here's the thing, move the goalpost and you keep on working.
Yes. Move your goal and then, well, you meet the goal and
You
then you
need to
move
go.
to the next
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what
anyway.
happens. Yes. I know for us, we may not do big elaborate dates, but we do small dates.
Oh yeah.
And we might get in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And they'll be impromptu and
Very impromptu. We
yeah.
hardly ever plan up
Yeah.
at this point. But there are times in our calendars like, you know what? Let's go out.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Because we've got a few moments or we've got an hour.
Yeah.
If he's on his way to a job or an event and I'm going home,
Yeah.
but he's got about 2 hours to spare, that's a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
So being able to date more and connect more takes you to the next goal.
And
Okay.
and that works out because if in those 2 hours I decide to go home, then I'll miss my next appointment.
And this is true. Go home, relax, and be like, what was I supposed to be doing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So stay out, hang out, spend that time with my wife.
That's correct. Deciding to love daily.
Ah,
That's another one. Even when you're mad.
mm-hmm.
Well, really, when you're mad is when you have to decide.
You have to make that, yeah.
Yes.
That's when you make the decision.
Right. Any other time you get along just fine. You don't have to make really the decision to love daily because
Right.
it should seem
It's
to
there.
just naturally come on across.
Right.
But the mental decision to do so, to love your spouse
Yeah.
when you're angry and frustrated with them, that's a tough one, but you still have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to work through whatever the problem may be at the time. So
Mhm.
you said, I do. So go ahead and do.
Yeah. Go ahead and do.
Showing appreciation on a continual basis.
Yes. Yeah. Like words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, yes. Oh, yeah, the 5 love languages in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
you just trying to give yours. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So showing appreciation,
Selfish,
you
just
can employ any one of the 5 love languages. Yep.
Yes, acts of service is mine.
Acts of service is yours. No, I thought it was receiving gifts. Anyway,
It's both. They're right there together, right there at the top, right there together.
at the same amount.
Just about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just about the same percentage. What's the next one, baby? What's another one?
Quality time.
Quality time.
Yeah. And physical touch.
Yes, making sure that you're getting that quality time. Being intentional really almost requires the 5 love languages, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it requires one that you know, right? I mean, in terms
The
of
stronger ones that your spouse.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, and using their love language.
Yes,
not
not yours. speaking their love language
Yeah.
so they can feel the love.
Yeah. We talked about that in the 5 love languages
Right.
episode. So
So that you're intentional. What's the
yeah.
next one, babe? Anything
Um,
else?
let's see here. Well, I mean, is a grand gesture necessary?
I don't know. I don't know that it's necessary for your daily life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is necessary coming out of a disagreement
Okay.
or even coming out of a hardship of some sort.
Okay. So let me ask you this. At what point would you, okay, because I imagine it's different for different people, but
Mhm.
if I'm do if I do some grand gesture because I did something wrong, right? And I'm trying to get back in your good graces, how much is discounted because I'm just doing this to make up?
I think it depends on the person. For
Right.
instance, for me, grand gestures speak my love language. So I'm gonna take it at 100% anyway,
So
because I want the grand gesture. But for those who, like for you, who that is not your love language,
right.
you probably wouldn't take it the same. So I think it depends on the person.
Well, now there can be a grand gesture even in words of affirmation, and so words of
Okay,
affirmation doesn't necessarily
give an
mean
example.
words. Oh, I mean you can actually throw throw a party, right?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? To celebrate an achievement. Um, you know, for lack of a better example, a retirement party. Go all out
okay,
for a
but you
retirement
said
party.
for words of affirmation.
Yeah, because it doesn't necessarily mean words. It's actually showing that appreciation. Well, that's an act of service. I guess,
It is.
yeah.
So that's why
Well,
I asked you for an example. Since this is your love language, give
yeah.
an example for you.
Well, I mean, eh,
You gave all my examples.
yeah. But I mean, if that party gives you the platform to say something, then
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. You want to
That's
let me
what you
get
mean.
there.
You didn't get there. It wasn't I wouldn't let you. I
Let
was
me
trying to
get there.
push you there. You you was not trying to go. Okay, does shared vision keep you aligned?
Short answer, yes.
Short answer, yes. The key word there is shared.
Yeah, that's where the challenge comes. That's where the challenge comes
Yeah.
because I can feel a particular way.
Mhm.
I can have a particular vision, and that
Mhm.
vision may change.
Right.
It depends on how encouraged or discouraged I may be.
Or that vision may not be the same for your spouse and be like, I
Yeah,
don't see it that way. I see it this way.
right.
So
Yeah,
then being able to work it out and it become then next keyword, shared vision because it's just a thought really until
yeah,
it becomes a vision
right.
for the two of you.
Yeah. So I think it will keep you aligned.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I mean, and it keeps us not only aligned, but it actually keeps the connection.
I think it does. I think it helps with the bond.
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree. Because in order to have a shared vision, you have to discuss it.
you have to
You have to talk
communicate.
about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And in order to talk about it and it be shared, it has to be thought of.
Mm,
So then to have that bond in order to get you to think of it, to then discuss it with your spouse, to then have it to be it's all a process, but you got to have a connection to do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so you ready to go into our love lessons,
Love
babe?
lessons, love lessons. So the first one is strong marriages aren't just found, they are built one
They are
choice at a time.
one choice at a time.
Yeah. There we go back to that eating an elephant, small bites.
No, let's not go back to that. Okay, the next love lesson for this series is growth in marriage is intentional,
Yes.
not accidental.
Yeah.
You don't accidentally grow into marriage. It's intentional.
You know, and I meant to say this earlier, but when it comes down to our relationships, when people come together, right, and they feel like that there's such a connection, they fall in love with each other, and they
Yes.
feel, and there's an infatuation, and everything is right there, right? And you feel like, oh man, I met my perfect
Yeah,
match.
and your families get along and
Yes, the
everything.
stars have aligned, and
Yes.
all of
That's what
all of
people
this
say.
stuff, right? And then
You see rainbows and sunshine
yeah,
and
yeah,
rose-colored glasses.
sparkly and everything's, you know. Anyway, what what happens now is now when you face a decision where you have to actually love this person when you don't feel like it,
Mhm.
right? Then it
When you
becomes a
disagree with them.
challenge when you disagree with them, when you have to make a decision that is actually selfless.
Yes.
Then you feel like this is not meant to be,
Yeah.
right?
Or a compromise of some sort.
Right. You feel like this is the beginning of the end because all that gushy stuff is gone. But marriage and love is, like we say, intentional. Is not accidental. The stars don't align and then you love each other. Um it's a decision that I
Yes.
make
There's
to
no
love you.
Cupid that
Oh
shoots
yeah,
you
that
and then
shoots you.
him.
Yeah. He's floating around looking to see
Yes,
who he
it's a
can.
decision made to love each other and love each other daily,
Yes.
communicate, and be intentional about growth in marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. All
All
right.
right. Closing us out?
Yeah. Thanks again for checking out the Marriage Be Like podcast. Whether you're
Thank
checking this out
you.
on Envision Radio or wherever you get your podcasts or even on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And again, just join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on
.com.
envision-radio.com. You can check us out on our website at marriagebelike.com. You can email us at
Kenya.
kenny@marriagebelike.com.
Don't
And
forget to give us your thoughts
yes,
on our segment.
yes,
Let me see. Tell us your personal story.
yeah,
Tell us whether you journal and if you do your future future
planning,
plans.
right?
Maybe even tell us what made you smile this week.
Yes, yes, yeah. So then, yeah, you can email us if you want to be on the show, give feedback, like you say. You can order the Echoes of Faith, and we will send you an autographed copy of that book.
Yes,
Yeah.
30-day devotional.
Yes,
And we have a new one coming out
that's
with
right.
Envision Radio,
Yeah,
coming out in June,
yeah. So right around the corner.
right around the corner.
Yeah. Al, you know what? Let's plug your Mother's Day event one more
One more again. We
again.
have the Marriage Be Like Mother's Day special, May
Yes.
the 3rd at
Yes.
the Emerald Nook at 3:00 p.m. That
That's
is
right.
this coming Sunday.
Yes.
So if you are a mother and you want to come and enjoy some celebration, some good conversation,
Yeah.
come on over to the Emerald Nook. The address is 1797 Jeff Road, Huntsville, Alabama. Oh, and it's Suite F.
Yeah, Sweet F. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. The music that you hear right now
Yes.
is produced by our son. That is KEG Beats. So, yeah, we want to thank him for that.
Thank you,
Now,
thank you,
the
thank
Marriage Be Like podcast is a production of
Green Room Entertainment.
We are an award-winning media production.
And this year, again, nominated.
Yes. Yeah. So now at the time of this filming, we voting is still open.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, so
voting will still be open, and you can go to guidetoalabama.com.
Yeah.
You can look for us under business and creative services.
Yes.
And then scroll down to videographers.
That's
and
right.
you will see Green Room Entertainment. Click that and you'll vote for us.
Right. So thank you so much. Let's see what else.
That it?
Oh, you can visit our website at greenroomentertain.com.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you
Yes.
for listening to Envision Radio. And we hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.